Hi, Ron here, and so glad to be with you today with some thoughts about hope. Like you, I wake up every day very keenly aware that we live in a polarized world. We live right now in the middle of a pandemic that has somewhat paralyzed our world. There's lots of injustice, and that's a sign that bias and prejudice and even hatred are still very much alive in our culture and in our world, and those things can really chip away at our hope. And sometimes maybe we think, what's the use? Writing to a people very much like us, Peter said these words: "In his great mercy, God has given us new birth into a living hope." And I just want to remind all of us of something about a living hope. If it's going to live, it has to be fed. And we're the ones who are in charge of feeding our hope. A good friend of mine once said, for the Christian, for the follower of Jesus, the future is as bright as the promises of God. And I know in these days when we look at the news and our hope can take a big hit, I just want to remind us that if we feed our hope on the promises of God, that our hope can be alive and it can thrive even in the midst of what we're going through today. And I want to leave us with the words of the old hymn that some of you know called "This Is My Father's World." And it reminds us that though the wrong is oft so strong, God is the ruler yet. And that's just a great thing to feed our living hope on today. Have a great day as you feed your hope.